Merry Christmas, Flosstube! My name is Laura, and I'd like to welcome you to Stitching by the Shore, my channel all about cross stitch. Every once in a while, I do something else, or show something else crafty, but today it is all cross stitch, and maybe at the end, just a little bit of a life update. If you are tuning in today for the very first time, thank you so much for pressing play and giving my channel a try. I hope you like what you see and you'll hit subscribe and like and feel free to comment and all that great stuff. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back each week and being a part of my stitchy journey. I really, I treasure each and every one of you, and I love talking to you in the comments and on Instagram or through emails, and it is just has brought so much joy to my life. You have brought so much joy to my life this year, so thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. It is 8 o'clock on Christmas morning, and it is dark. We are in the midst of a very strange rain wind storm. It's about 55, 60 degrees here, which is unheard of. Too bad it wasn't nice. We could have done something outside with the family, but it is pouring rain. Gusty winds kept me up a little bit last night. There was a chance for power loss because of the heavy winds, and I'm hoping that that chance is passed us by at this point, and we obviously still have power, thank goodness. And I know there are some that don't, but I'm hoping that they get it back quickly so that they don't spend their Christmas day without power on top of everything else. But yeah, it's the snow is gone. That foot of snow that we got last week, between the warm temperatures and the crazy amounts of rain, my yard is green again. Very strange to see. The kids are still asleep. They'd have to say this is the first year. My son never ever, 364 days a year, would sleep in as late as he could. But on Christmas, no matter what, he was always up at the crack of dawn. There'd be years at 5:30 in the morning, which would be unheard of any other day, where we'd hear "Good morning" being yelled out. But this year, apparently, for the first time, he is sleeping in. So Christmas morning here is a bit quiet, and I figured I would hop on and talk to you all and show you all my stitching. If I could have you with me here, I would offer you, I did make, remember my crinkle cookies? I did make the crinkle cookies with the candy canes. So it's chocolate peppermint, and these are vegan. And then I also made, and this is the first time, I made a cranberry crisp, which it's got oatmeal and all that. It could be in place of my morning oatmeal, right? It's fruit, oatmeal. That was also what I made for some holiday treats today. And then the kids have some non-vegan stuff as well, but those two are vegan, so I can indulge a little bit. So if you were here, I would be offering you a cookie with the coffee. It's really, really good. And I'm not really that much of a coffee drinker, but I almost make coffee just to have with those cookies. But let's get going with stitching. Now, I have digital stuff to show you, and this is actually the second time I'm taping it, because the first time I turned on my iPad and I was showing the picture, and then the iPad just flared and died. Now it has charge, so I'm a little worried what that means, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Fingers crossed that I don't need an unscheduled Christmas present, because I use my iPad a ton, but we'll worry about that later. Let's get to stitching. But the point of that story was that with the digital stuff, I don't have anything to show you, because I have black and white pictures at times, but that doesn't really show you much. If I can pull something out, maybe I will, but otherwise I would have showed you the actual picture with the colors and chatted about it that way. So it'll be a little different today. We just move on. So my first finish, I have two finishes. My first one, remember last week I was stitching that Fair Night motif, and this is what I got. It's finished. This is done on an 18 count Mystic from Picture This Plus. I got a little teeny tiny piece, just one of those little pieces from 1-2-3 Stitch at one point to give it a try. And the color is beautiful, and I love how this white pops right off of it. I did talk about last week wanting to do these on a bunch of jewel toned fabrics and then do something with them. And looking around at some hand dyers to look at some fabrics, have some ideas. I didn't buy anything yet because this is more of a next year sort of thing. This is a really easy motif to stitch. If you were one that can sit down and do stitching for long periods in one sitting, you'd get this done in a day easily. So that's my first finish. Now my second finish, this one, this one. So it's the Country Cottage Needleworks, January Cottage. You knew I was almost there. I had all the stitching done, except for the knots, right? I think that's what last week was. Well, this is what it looks like. And this is done on the back side, so the non-printed side of Vintage Country Mocha. I'm doing all 12 on this same color scheme. And let's bring you up close to the snowman there. So the idea was to put knots for his eyes and his buttons. So I am a cross-stitch knot dropout. I can't do it. I can't. So yesterday I sat down, I looked at Jen Hick's video, I looked at Mary Corbett's video, both on colonial knots. I looked at, now, they made it look so easy. I'm a right-handed writer. I'm right-handed, but I stitch lefty. And I said, okay, well, both of those, they're showing it right-handed. Let me Google left-handed colonial knot. And I found a video and a set of pictures. The video, she was basically like, do this with your needle. And well, that didn't help. It wasn't explanatory enough. I need step by step. And then I found somebody who had posted a couple pictures, but I couldn't get that figure 8, and then I couldn't get the knot. So I tried, got a little frustrated. My poor husband, he's like, what's wrong? And I'm telling him, and he's like, let me try. I said, here you go. Here's some thread, and here's some fabric. And he found his own little videos, and he was looking, and he tried. Because I would have been like, then you're making them. But sadly, he couldn't figure it out either. So what I ended up doing, because I gave up. So I either need somebody to FaceTime me and hold my hand literally through each loop, or when life is back to socializing again and I can see people in person, I will have to find one of you somewhere and go sit with you in person, and you can walk me through it literally step by step, because I failed. I completely failed. So I just finagled a few like little, they're not even quarter stitches, I don't know. I just did a little bit, a couple times around. And honestly, from a distance, it looks like he has eyes. It looks like he has buttons. Nobody's gonna know that it should be knots, most especially my mother. She's not gonna know. So since this is for her, even if it was just me, I mean, you look at things from a distance, usually cross stitch, and anybody looking up close is not going to say, Laura, those were supposed to be knots. So I even tried French knots thinking, okay, that little loopy thing maybe. Nope, couldn't do it. There were no knots. So I tried, but it is a finish, and I'm fine with it. I am A-okay with the way it turned out. So those are my 2 finishes. I have 3 works in progress to show you. The first one is Snow Friends from Lizzie Kate. I think he's so cute. And here he is. I think he looks adorable. So here he is in front, just to show him off. But then look at coming back. I love how the fabric really, the color of it, looks so pretty from a distance. This fabric is ice blue from To Die For Fabrics. Love, love, love her fabrics. Can't say enough about them. But yeah, I just plugged along a little bit more. The day slated for this guy, I had one of those tenacious little headaches that just wouldn't go away. So I did do some stitching. I got the owl and a little bit more of him, but it was one of those days where looking at little holes wasn't in my future. So I'm pleased with how far I got. It's gonna take me a little while yet, but January is slated. One of the things I'd like to do in January is work on snowmen and work on some winter stuff. So I'm cool with him taking a few more weeks. No biggie. So that is the first one. Let me put this over here so I have places to put things, because I have the cookies and the crisp over here. Normally I would have thrown all of my stuff right there, but I don't want confectioner's sugar over all my stitching. Now this one, I don't know if I have a black and white. This is definitely one, yeah I do, that I would have shown you on the iPad. This is Comfort and Joy from Misty Pursel, and it's in the current Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I love it. I love it. And I got the bird done. Look, that was my goal, and he's a substantial dude. It took me a while to get him done, but I love him now. He just looks so good. This is done on Wisteria Gray from To Dye For Fabrics again. So we have another, and here it is up close. So I am plugging away on this. I have down here, and pretty much that's it. Oh, and there is she does have an outline around it. I'll finish it without it, and then I'll make a decision. I don't know. You know me, I'm a rebel with the outlines. I don't do them a lot of times. I did do it for this one, but I don't know on this one. We'll see what he looks like without it, but loving it. Love the colors. And it's funny because a couple of them I pulled out and I said, that doesn't look like the picture. But then when you put them all together, she did a great job with the blends. And I really love how it looks. So that's Comfort and Joy. And then the last one, since yesterday was Christmas Eve, I pulled out Kringles. Now it was Christmas Eve, so I didn't have a ton of stitching time. So I just continued to work on the roof. So that's where we are. So this side is the side I am really focusing on. And I did all the fiddly. So I did all of this, I call it a fence. I'm not exactly sure what it's called when it's on the top like that. And then all of the counting for this other color. So at this point, literally I have one more, the darker brown, and that will just be all fill-in. So I don't even have to look at the pattern. Well, maybe right here. But I don't even have to look at the pattern now. And so I think this might be my Christmas Day stitching, potentially. Again, quiet day, which means I'll get some stitching in. So I think I might continue with this one for Christmas Day. And my goal would be obviously to get the roof done, and then I can start working on, I'll bring the bricks across. Now I did come to the decision that I am not doing 3 floors. This store is gonna have 2 floors. So I'm gonna take out 3 rooms. Now sadly, of the rooms that are my favorite, the one that I've started is not one of them. So I think I'm going to have to pull that all out and frog it all out. I thought about it, I was like, maybe not, but there are other rooms that I really, really like that I want part of this, and this is a big commitment piece, so I want it the way I want it. So I think there's gonna be some frogging in my future on that one. Oh well. But for today, it's gonna be just roof stitching. Super excited though. And I've definitely, now that I've changed plans on this, feel invigorated to continue with it. I will continue in 2021. Maybe once or twice a month I'll pull it out. I won't do like specific dates. Like I know some people on the 25th will pull out something Christmassy or holiday. My hat started to, my hair, you can't, I like wearing the hat because you can't see all the gray hair. But I'm not one that like sticks to a day, because I'm a bit of a free spirit with my stitching, and that on a specific morning, when I go to stitch, what do I feel like stitching on today? And I just pull out. So I am not beholden to a specific day. So I will continue this throughout 2021. I don't know if it'll be finished for Christmas 2021, because there's a lot in those little rooms, but I think that's the plan. So once or twice a month, you should see that in 2021. So those are my works in progress. All right. So I had 2 new starts. Now let me see again. This was a digital, and again, I would have shown you, here we go. I would have shown you the picture on the iPad, but again, dead iPad. So it's the Stone Street Stitchworks. This time I decided to do the house. I had already done this. I'm not doing it with the house, and I'm not doing that part. It's beautiful, that part. I'm not sure what I would do if I stitched that separately. do some nice long band because it's just a repeating design. I'm not sure what I do with it, but it's beautiful. But I am just doing the house. And here we are. This roof, I have to say, this doesn't look like much, but I am proud of this progress because that is a lot of stitches right there. This is done on, oh, Kringles, by the way, I forgot, Artemis from Bestitchme. This one is done on 18 count gingerbread. Oops, let's go back so you can see it better. There we go. Gingerbread from Fabrics by Stephanie. I've had this one in my stash for a while, and I've always pull it out when I go to start a pattern, and it's just the wrong tinge. You know how tans can either be more brownish or they can be more beigeish or yellowish or have some sort of underlining tone. And I hadn't found the pattern every time I pulled that one out that would go with it. But I wanted something along the beige, tan, rusticy type tones because the colors that she usually picks for Stone Street go well with this kind. So I pulled out this gingerbread and I think it looks great. This pattern has 3 colors in it. And you see all 3 right here. That's it. That's all there is. So that's pretty easy because you won't be switching colors all the time. Now, again, I would have shown you, but I was on a little quick scroll on Instagram this morning, and Stone Street put a post about saying how there's a new freebie on her blog. She has a set of, I'm not sure if you've ever gone to her blog, but there's a section for freebies, and there are several freebies, and it's cute. It's kind of like a tiered tray with little tiny houses and a couple little lanterns. So I plan on heading over there and picking that up. And I would have shown you if I could, but Stone Street Stitchworks, I just Googled that plus blog and it comes right up. And there's a specific freebies button on her blog. So if you are interested. But yeah, so this is coming along. It's not a huge pattern. I mean, they'll be counting with all of this, but I love all the different designs in between. So I'm really enjoying that. Someone had said maybe, well, I don't know if this is going to get done by 2020, but I could stitch the year underneath it. So we'll see. I don't know, because I don't know if I'm making an ornament out of it or what I'm doing. So that's what we have. So that was my first new start. My next new start, I really, really, really would love to be able to show you the actual picture on the computer, because the colors, you're just not going to get a sense of the colors in the same way. And this is a small picture to boot, but this one is Christmas Town by Citrobia. So that's what it looks like right there. Again, you can't tell the beautiful, bright, vibrant colors that Citrobia, you know, if you've done any of her stuff, she uses the bright, vivid colors. And I've had this pattern for a while, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to start this for another Christmas. Kringles and this are going to be some Christmas focus pieces for 2021. And this is where I started. Now this is just on a plain white, but I don't know if it's going to show up. It's an opal. There you go. See some of the sparkle? In person, it is incredibly sparkly. I love it, love it, love it. What I am doing as well, on the pattern, so that is stitched in, and then all of this is stitched in white as well. I'm not going to stitch any of that. And that way you're going to see all the sparkle in between all of those. So it'll almost be like sparkling snow is the way I look at it. But you can get a little taste of some of the bright, vibrant colors. This kind of focuses around the entire circle, and it's just a beautiful, bright, cheerful little Christmas town. So this is the first time I've ever used opal. I like it. I like it. It's a little stiffer, obviously, than maybe some of the other ones, but nothing that that causes me aggravation or frustration. No, I love it. Love it. And I do have some hand-dyed opals that I've either won in fight nights or ordered when people had sales or other things. So I'm curious to give them a try. And I do want to do the Brooks books on those 25 animals on an opal, especially if it's going to go on a tree. So this is my first try and I love it. So that was my last finish or start. And that's it. plans, nothing special for the upcoming week. Today I will continue working on Kringles and try to work on that. And other than that, my focus is gingerbread men, winter. I have a few other non-seasonal items that I would like to try, but no plans. No specific new year, new start, whatever it's called. New starts I kind of do on a whim. If there's a day I'm like, you know what, I feel like a new start, let's pick some fabric and let's go. That's how I do it. So there's not a lot of planning, involved in some of these things, but that's okay. I'm just going with the flow. So I got not much to tell you about plans. So let's just move on. All right, I got a couple pieces of Happy Mail, and I have to say they both came on the same day, and I really needed it that day. So the two of you, thank you so much for thinking of me, because it was one of those days that I was struggling a bit. I think we all do. You know, we have the good days and the bad days this year, and it was a tougher day, and these came totally at the right time. So Liz, thank you so much. Your card is beautiful. I love it, and I appreciate it. And now I'm gonna have glitter all over my face after this one, but that's okay. I like glitter. My husband, glitter is one of those things in the world that if he could banish, he would, and then make it glitter glue. He's like, then it sticks to you. Jennifer, gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. And if I sparkle with some glitter today, I'm cool with that. Again, your message meant so much, and it came at a day that I really needed it, and I needed contact with some Stitchy friends. So thank you. I love them. Thank you so much to both of you. All right, that was my Happy Mail. Shopping. I have a little bit of shopping. Some of which I didn't just buy, actually. It has just taken a long time to come. So that's like the best of both worlds. You've already paid for it a long time ago, and now you're just getting it. These first two, oh, there's glitter everywhere. These first two are from Bestitchme, and they were just a website order that I had placed just to try some of her neutrals. This one is called Honey. So it's a nice little peachy, beigey. There's peach tones, there's beige tones. It's nice, it's pretty. But a standard neutral. And this one is very neutral. This one's called Vanilla Latte. Again, it's nice to have a few of these, because sometimes depending on the colors, I don't want the fabric to compete. Now, Bestitchme, I love her fabric. I love, love, love her fabric. But I do want to say right now, if you were going to place a website order, I never want to say that. Do whatever works for you. But if it's something that you need quickly, she's running a little bit behind. These two took about 8 weeks to ship out. I didn't need them for anything specific, so it wasn't that big a deal. But if there is something that you want to start within the next month, give it a try. But I know that she seems to be running very far behind. I think she's got the happy problem of a lot of orders. I know she's changing her business model a little bit, in the sense of, I think she's focusing a lot on boxes, like mystery boxes. So I think there's a Valentine's and there's a St. Patrick's, and there might be a winter one. So obviously, if those have to be shipped in a certain time frame, all the stuff will get dyed before, I would assume, website orders. So, you know, no biggie. But if you really need something on a shorter period of time frame, just know that that might take a little bit longer. But her fabric is beautiful, and she does a wonderful job with dyeing. So, if you don't have a specific thing that you wanted to start right away and you wanted to buy from her, she has lovely, lovely fabric. Then I got my November fabric of the month. This one hung out for a week somewhere. I don't know if it was somewhere in Springfield. I think it was in Springfield. And I mean, Springfield is a 45-minute drive for me. It hung out somewhere for a week. But, you can't control the post office. Once somebody ships it out, they've done their part. So I just wait. This is beautiful. I assume everybody has theirs at this point. If you have not received your November 2020 color and cotton fabric of the month, and I have just any, so I get whatever she sends, then look away for a moment. But look at that. Now this is where, like, color of the month I love, because I'm not sure I would pick this color. Here's the name of it in case somebody hasn't gotten it yet and is looking away. This isn't what I would normally choose, but it's beautiful. And I can't wait to find some patterns to stitch on it. I don't get a huge piece. I get smaller pieces because this gives me a chance to experience the color and cotton. But I love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And again, something I wouldn't have gotten myself. So that's where I love fabric of the month. It takes me out of my comfort zone a little bit. And you know that I've expanded into colors, but lots of blues and grays. It's kind of the neutral colors. My very last order, if you watch Kim J Inspired, she talks about needle arts on chart, I believe. I will link it so that I make sure it's the right. It's a website, and she very often gives away gift cards there. But she has always talked about the fabulous customer service, and so I was over there and I got a couple things. The first off is a foray into 20 count Ada. So she had some fiber on a whim, which I've never tried before, and she had 20 count. I think that was the only option, but she might be able to get others. Kim has always talked about just contact her, and she's fantastic for helping customer service. So if there was some other count, reach out. I don't know what her plans are with that, but she had 20 count, and I was really interested to try it. It's beautiful. I've never tried fiber on a whim. I've never seen fiber on a whim, and this one is called Sand. And I figured I would try a neutral because, you know, you can get a lot of things here. And okay, the holes are a little smaller than my 18 count, but not crazy small. So I think I'll be able to do it. But I picked that up because I've been wanting to try 20 count. I know people talk about it quite a bit, and I've been wanting to give it a try. So I said, you know what? This is my chance. So I picked that up, and then she had some pre-orders, and I ordered this as well, and it came in pretty quickly. And I don't know what she did. I think she's a post office whisperer, because I got the shipping notice, and I want to say 2-3 days later, I had the order. I opened up the mailbox and I said, how is this here so fast? And what is her trick? Because I have three packages that were going that way in the country. You know, here I am in Connecticut, and they have to go this way, although West Virginia is a little bit down this way. They all went down to Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm looking at the tracking, and okay, they started here, then they went down here, and you can see every single one of them, their route now has to go back up the country. So I don't know what she did, but she's got the trick. Midnight Watch, Blackbird Designs. I thought that was cute. Now, I am not the world's biggest sampler fan, so I was thinking maybe I wouldn't do the letters, and I would just bring this border up and do it on here. So that's a thought. I like looking at other people's stitched samplers. I'll get it right. But for me, I don't actually stitching them myself. So we'll see. But I mean, it's not anytime soon. It's to be put in the stash of when I want to do some Halloween or fall stitching. So that was it. That's the shopping. If I get some Christmas money for gifts this year, I think I might be trying some more fabrics, or I don't know. I have, it's funny, I have a decent amount of charts when I look through trying to figure out what to do. Now granted, people come out with new and beautiful ones, so that's always on the table. But you know me, I am just loving the fabrics. So we'll see, maybe in a future video. All right, giveaways. I have a lot to do with giveaways. I am first, my winner for this I never heard from, my Santa Trio, You know I give 2 weeks. Now, I know a lot of you are really behind in videos, and I know right now in December there's about 50,000 new videos a day between Flossmas and unboxings and home tours and all that great stuff. But I still have to stick to my 2 weeks. It's funny, I have a craft room, but that's for the business. And so that's all my stamping and business area, and it's chock-a-block. I mean, it really needs a good overhaul and a good clean. So my stitching stuff does not go there. I have a very small stitching area where I put stuff, and I have to keep things rotating. So 2 weeks, and I've been doing 2 weeks since the start of my giveaways. This is video number 45. I've probably done a good 30 giveaways. Maybe not that many, but somewhere. And it's always 2 weeks. So I am very sorry, even though it's busy time of year, I'm going to repick a new name because in 2 weeks, I have not heard from the previous winner. So let's do that right now. The new winner for the Waxing Moon Santa Trio is, they're all stuck, Suzanne Reardon. I need to slow down when I talk. So Suzanne, congratulations. You win the Waxing Moon Santa Trio. So if you could please send me either an email on my Gmail address down below or throw me a DM on Instagram and give me your address. And I will ship that out to you. And I will get that, whenever I hear from you. I am all over the pickup, post office picks up for you. I'm all over that. So all I have to do is plan the night before, put my little order in, and they take it right out of my mailbox. So I'd be happy to ship that to you. Can't wait to ship it to you. The other one is just a reminder. Last week's giveaway was a digital chart, and this is the stitched, one of the 2 stitched pieces options that you get with the digital chart. The other one is a non-holiday version. Kind of lucky I have this because, again, I can't show you on my iPad. But last week's winner was Long Dog Stitcher. Let me pull that out. So 1 more week, please. And if I don't hear from you, I will pull a new name for that digital pattern next week. All right, so let's talk this week. That's the old business. This week's business, for Christmas, I thought that I would just do some floss. Something simple, something easy, something we could all use at times. And it's a little tiny set. It's not a big set. I'm trying to find, I'll use my color and cotton. I have 4 different floss pieces for you. I have 2 sulkies, and they are both variegated. So those are the 2 colors right there. One, and I went with kind of a wintry snowman theme. So you're gonna see all the different shades of blue. So this one is more, the periwinkles and such, and then that's more of a tealy. So let's show you those. So those are 2 of the items you will win. And then the other 2, they're actually very similar. I didn't realize that, although when you look real close, not so much. You're gonna think they look similar. I got a Threadworks and a Gentle Art for you. The Threadworks, they don't have names, do they? It's 1018, and then the Gentle Art is Bluebell. So those are those 2 as well. So this week's giveaway will be these 4 flosses. And I'm tired this morning. It's Christmas morning, so I have no question. So really, if you'd like to enter this giveaway, you'll have to comment somewhere, please, and just say the word blue. I wonder where I got that from. And hey, if you want to chat about what's going on for your holidays or your New Year plans or anything, that's cool, but no specific question. Just say the word blue, and I will enter you for these 4 flosses. So that's this week's giveaway. And am I forgetting something? I'm forgetting something. What was last week's giveaway? Because I have I have a giveaway to do, and I didn't bring him. It's the little snowman needle minder. Oh my goodness. There we go. There's my Home Alone look. Maybe that'll be my screen grab. I jumped the gun about what's happening this week, and I forgot to do last week's giveaway. There's a lot of giveaway, and it, see, it says My notes say repick the winner for the Waxy Moon Santas. Remind Long Dog Stitcher about the DigiChart. I should have put for number 3, choose my Snowman Needle Minder winner. And then the number 4 should have been new giveaway. But I jumped right to new giveaway and I forgot about my little Snowman Needle Minder. So the winner of the Snowman Needle Minder that I forgot to bring over is, let's pull out a name. Who do we have? Betty Diller. All right, Betty. So if you could please give me your address, send me either, again, through the Gmail account, an email, stitchingbytheshore@gmail. It's down below. You'll see it. Or my Instagram, paperlore, again, down below. Send me a DM. And Betty, I will get you out. So I have to keep all these different things here so I don't forget who's who. So Betty, you won the snowman. Next week, I'll pick for the floss. As usual, please be 18. Don't say giveaway, don't say free, say blue. And I would love it if you'd be a subscriber. That would mean a lot to me. So thanks. So that's the giveaways. I think I've got it done. Real quick reminder, Jubilance Lane, the coupon for $10 off in her shop is good for 1 more week. By the time I see you next week, I think it'll have expired because I think it's through New Year's. So, jubilancelane.com. I have everything down below, so if you want to go check out her website, Stitching by the Shore is the coupon code to get $10 off there. And that's the stitchy stuff. Life. As you can see, I haven't even heard any noise upstairs, so I'm not sure when the kids are getting up, but that's okay. I am going to make myself, I don't usually have coffee. I usually start the morning just, with my water, and then I hit some tea. But I think I'm going to make a little bit of coffee this morning so I can have a cookie. And then, of course, my oatmeal. It's just the 4 of us. Again, like Thanksgiving, we talked to the grandparents last night in case we did lose power because our phone is connected to our power. So if we lose power, we don't have a phone. So we did a quick just in case phone call last night, but we have power, so we will FaceTime with all the grandparents today and chat, but it'll be the 4 of us. We're not doing a big roast dinner or anything like that. Well, I don't even eat roast, and Connor doesn't eat roast, and Mo's not a big meat, so it'll be for Megan. And she's like, yeah, no, I don't eat a full thing. So we are doing, I think, we're going to do the charcuterie that I've done before. I had done for my birthday. The kids get some non-vegan stuff as well. I mean, I have my area that I can eat, and then there's an area that's expanded that they have. And it's funny, it's quite a filling meal. You wouldn't think so when you say cheese plate, right? But we pack a lot in there and we put a whole lot out. So that's going to be our Christmas dinner, and then we've made our desserts, and we'll enjoy kind of a chill Christmas. We had family foosball tournaments yesterday, and parents beat the kids. I have to say, kind of surprised. So I don't know if there will be another one of those on the agenda today, or maybe a Christmas movie watching, but just kind of chill, just going to enjoy each other's company and have a low-key Christmas. And that's about it. I don't want to ramble too much. I am just going to be kind of stitching this coming week. Nothing fancy for New Year's. If I haven't done anything fancy for Thanksgiving and Christmas, pretty much I'm not doing anything fancy for New Year's. And I don't even make it to midnight anymore. By 10 o'clock, I'm kind of like, I can make it to 11 comfortably. And then I'm like, I don't need to see it actually turn 12. So I don't even know if I'll be awake. But next time I see you, it will be 2021. I can't believe it. So I wish you all the best as we finish this crazy, wacky year that 2020 was. But one of the most beautiful things that came out of it was I started a Flosstube, and I met so many fantastic stitchers and people. And you have just, again, like I said early on, you brought such joy to my life this year, and you helped me get through what was and could have been an infinitely worse year without you, without the contact I have had with you and the interaction I've had with you. So as I leave 2020, I've been trying to find what good has come out of it, and one of the very best things that's come out of it is all of you and you being a part of my life. So thank you so much. I hope you're well. I hope you are safe. Please take care of yourself. There is some light to go towards, but we gotta do some hard stuff between now and then, and I just wish you well so that we all can be hanging out with each other for a long time to come. Thank you so much. So if you celebrate Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas. If not, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. For everybody, I wish you the very best as we finish the year, and all the best for 2021. Until next time, happy stitching.